Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you why nice guys finish last, at least when it comes to women. After this, what are you going to do today? Are you going to do the same thing today you did yesterday and expect a different result? Change what you think, change what you do, and tomorrow will be different from today. You know why it's so simple for me? Because I have a lot of experience. You can only change your tomorrows by changing yourself today. All right, let's go. Why do nice guys finish last? Like and subscribe, do it now, and we're gonna go with it. Nice guys finish last. You've heard. Go to pick her up, take flowers, open the door for her, and do all these nice guy things. It makes sense, right? It does make sense. But it doesn't work. And if you ask girls, if you ask them what kind of a man they want, 99.9% of them will tell you they want a nice guy. But a nice guy has no backbone. And if he does have backbone, they don't believe he does until he's a dick. So they will do what they have to do to piss him off to see if he has a pair. And if he doesn't, guess what? She'll go find someone that does. And leave the man standing there thinking, I treated her so well, and she's off with Joe there, who cheats on her, lies to her, maybe he even smacks her around. And she keeps going back to him. What the hell's wrong with her? Now, it's usually not as extreme as that, but sometimes it is. They will leave the nice, steady, dependable man, the good prospect for a provider, good father, good husband, for the guy who just rode in on a Harley. He's a member of a biker gang. He's been in jail several times. He can't hold his job down. But this guy is exciting. This guy is exciting. He makes her blood boil. He pisses her off. He doesn't care about how she feels. This man is a challenge. Okay, so you're asking me. You're saying, well, I gotta be like that? No, you don't have to be like that. There is a middle ground. But it's a treacherous walk on this tightrope of the middle ground. You have to become the man that all women want to be with. And what is that man? That man keeps his focus on himself. Yes, that's right. You've heard, don't be selfish with women. Think of them. Put them before yourself. Be kind. Be generous. Take your coat off and give it to her if she's cold. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. You need to protect your woman and provide for her, but not at the expense of yourself. And you think, well, how can that be? I have to take care of her. I'm the man. Well, it's like they say, when the oxygen masks drop in the airplane, you got to put yours on first. It's the same way with a woman. If you don't take care of yourself emotionally, physically, mentally, financially, you sure as hell can't take care of that woman. And these women inherently know this. So when they see you or experience you putting them before yourself, they realize that in the end, when the shit goes down, that they're going to be in trouble because you're going to, how do I say it? You're going to fall because you're so focused on taking care of them, you're not taking care of yourself. And if you can't defend yourself, provide for yourself, be strong for yourself, you sure as hell can't be strong for her. Now, that doesn't make logical sense, maybe, to some of you men, but you have to remember women do not think logically. And never judge by what a woman says, rather by what she does. It's the old saying, actions speak louder than words. A woman may tell you she loves you one minute, and the next minute tell you she hates you. How can this be? That's just the way it is. So you have to go by what she shows you, how she acts towards you, what she does for you. If a woman loves you, or if a woman is really interested in you or attracted to you, she will make time for you. She will not make you conform your schedule to hers. And if her interest isn't high enough that she doesn't conform her schedule to yours, you can't make it happen by doing anything like the illusion of action. If it's going to happen, it is more likely to happen if you withdraw your attention and just walk away. Now, I'm not one of these guys that's going to tell you to be vulnerable with your woman. She don't want you to be vulnerable. She wants you to be invulnerable, strong. She wants to know that if the criminal approaches you and he's going to assault you or her or both of you, that you can handle it. You're not going to become afraid. You may feel fear, but you're not going to break down, get nervous, and cry. You're going to handle the situation, whether it's to attack the assaulter or whether it's to control the situation, give him what he wants, remain calm, and just get out of it to save you both if they got a gun on you. I've been in that situation. I've had guns pulled on me. I've been shot at. I've been in knife fights, chair fights, all these situations. I've been the bad boy. But today, I'm not that bad of a boy. But what I realize is you can express your desire for a woman, but don't be needy. And even if you're not needy, if you act like you want her too badly, or if you portray to her or express to her that she's very, very important in your life, she will think that she is the most important thing in your life. They don't want to be. They don't want to be up on a pedestal. Because when you do that, they wonder, why am I so important to him? Doesn't he have a life? They want you to be out there doing what you were doing when they first met you. That's what they were attracted to. They don't want to be the adventure. They don't want to be the focus. They don't want to be the admiration. They want to be part of your journey, part of your adventure, part of your admiration. They don't want you admiring them. Now, that doesn't mean you can't compliment your woman once in a while, but don't make her the main focal point of your life. How do I know this doesn't work? I've done it before. Well, I never made them the main focal point, but I put them at a place of importance so high that they thought they were. And what happens to you when you do that is they start disrespecting you. They start testing you. And you can tell them till the cows come home. That's an old saying, but the cows never come home. That if they don't get their shit together, you're going to leave. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. They won't believe it until you leave. Just as you need to judge your woman by her actions and not her words, she judges you by your actions and not your words, because they don't understand. Usually men are logic, and when they say something, they mean it. They don't know you mean it until you take action on it, because I've been in that situation, sorry to say, more than once. I'm a slow learner, but I do learn the lesson. And I would tell them, I'm gonna tell you what, if you don't get your shit together, I'm out of here. Doesn't matter. Okay, I won't do it again. Don't leave, stay here. And guess what happens? They continue to do it until you've had enough and you say, you know what, I'm out of here. And then they can't believe you left. And you're thinking, as a logical man, I told you I was going to leave. How many times did I tell you? Doesn't matter. They don't think the same way you and I think. Don't be angry at women. It's not their fault. There's nothing wrong with women. There is something wrong with your perception, and my perception has been distorted also. And it's distorted by the narrative that you hear from the time you're growing up that women are a certain way, they should be treated a certain way, and you as a man should act a certain way. Express yourself. Show your feelings to your woman. Share how you feel. Be vulnerable with her. Bullshit. Try that and see how it works. Now, I do realize that some of the red pill content, if you watch too much of that, a lot of those guys get into really negative about women and they almost act like there's something wrong with them. There's nothing wrong with women and there's nothing wrong with men. We are what we are. We both respond differently to different interactions between each other. The problem is when men don't understand women, not that you ever really will understand them the way they understand themselves, because actually they really don't understand themselves when it comes to attraction. They don't know why they're attracted to certain men. But if you stop and think about it, in your life, you've probably been attracted to a certain woman. If you're watching this, and maybe you even knew she wasn't good for you, or you felt like that she wasn't, but yet you were still attracted to her. And you wondered, if you did some contemplation, and I know all you guys do contemplation here because I told you to do it, why am I attracted to her? And maybe you couldn't really understand why or figure out why. For me, a lot of times, it's a challenge. I like a challenge. I've had many challenges in my life, and if a woman is a challenge, I am like, how do I say, flies to honey. I like a challenge. I like a woman who won't submit to me, but I want her to submit, and if she finally does submit to me, I will take care of her and treat her very well. Not too well, though, because they don't want to be treated too well. And I know if you're a woman listening to this, you're going to think, this guy's an idiot. But it's true. Give a woman almost everything she wants, or at least give her everything that you can that she wants, and see what happens. See what happens. She won't be giving you much in the bedroom, I'll guarantee you. She loses attraction for you, and she doesn't even know why. Just as you sometimes don't understand why you're attracted to certain women, women sometimes don't understand, or many times, why they're not attracted to the man they were so attracted to. And they don't want that. They want to stay attracted to you. Women like that feeling of attraction. That's why a lot of times it's good for a man to have other options. If she knows you can leave her, now you don't have to rub it in her face, but if she knows you could have other women, if other women flirt with you in front of her, now it's going to piss her off, but yet she knows that she has a man that has value because other women want him. Then you would be considered, in the eyes of women, a high-value man. That's one form of being a high-value man. But if we go into the subject of a high-value man, which I won't go too far into now, really high value begins with what you think of yourself. Do you think you're valuable? In the eyes of women, let's say, in that respect. When you walk up to a woman, do you think, oh, I hope she likes me? Are you trying to get her approval? Are you trying to get her to like you? Or do you wonder, I wonder if I will like her? I wonder what she's like. You need to always be in the mind of vetting her, seeing if you like her. That puts you in a position of strength. But you have to feel valuable enough about yourself to have that frame of mind. Because I guarantee you, she's going to pick up on what kind of frame of mind you are in when you approach her. Women are very intuitive, and she will know whether you're a beta seeking approval type man, or, for lack of a better word, we'll say an alpha man who likes her, he's interested, but he doesn't need her because he has other women. I sometimes don't like to use alpha and beta because it's a generalization, but that's what we do. So, there are a lot of beta males out there. I've acted beta myself in sometimes. I've never been able to how do I say, live that way with a woman because I can't tolerate crap that comes from being a beta around women, being submissive to my woman, or saying, hey, let's go ask the boss. She's not the boss. She doesn't want to be the boss, contrary to what the narrative of our society says. I'm a boss. You know what they say. I'm a strong, independent woman. No, she's not. She wants you to think she is, but she's not. She is not strong and independent. When she goes to bed at night by herself in her apartment and she hears noises outside, you think she's not afraid? She's afraid. Oh, okay, I can just get me a gun, some will say. Oh, yeah? You think she's not afraid? When you're laying in bed at night and you have a gun and somebody's downstairs breaking in, do you think you would feel fear? Of course you would. Well, just magnify that about 50 times if you're a woman, because that's the way they feel when they're alone, in the apartment, by themselves, whether they have a gun or not. It's as simple as that. Women are not emotionally as strong as men. Men are physically and emotionally stronger than women in general. And that's the way we were made. If you don't like it, go talk to God about it, or your higher power, or whatever you believe that is, because I didn't do it. It's just like the sun. If it comes up in the morning and it blinds you, you don't have to like it. It's just the way it is. But you better buy a pair of sunglasses. Otherwise, you're going to be blinded. So you can lie to yourself about how women are. And you can think they're these special, wonderful, dainty little creatures, these little angels of God. Or you can realize they're just like me and you. They get up every morning, they go to the bathroom, they take a dump, they brush their teeth, they belch, they fart, they do all that stuff. Yeah, I know it sounds kind of gross, but we're all humans. But they do look beautiful when they're dressed up and they have makeup on, they have their hair fixed, and they have perfume on. Yeah, they smell pretty. And you can sure mistake them as goddesses, at least some of them anyway. Not too many around here where I live, but in other parts of the world, yes. So I understand why you can get infatuated with women. I got one right now that I'm somewhat infatuated with. But I got to keep myself together. And you do too. And realize that that infatuation is a fantasy that you built up in your mind. Okay? Because I'll guarantee you, because I've been here more than once, many, many times, once you have her, once you're with her, she's just the same as any other girl. I don't care how beautiful she is, how much you fantasize about how wonderful she is and perfect and all this. Once you spend enough time with her, she's just like any other girl. The beauty wears off. Now, unless she has a good personality, she's got to have something under the hood. And that's part of the problem with women these days. A lot of them in our society, they think because they're pretty or beautiful that that's all they need. That's all they have to offer. I don't care how beautiful they are. I've been out with a lot of beautiful women. All right? And I've been with a lot of beautiful women. Had sex with a lot of beautiful women. Doesn't matter. Unless they got something within themselves, it's pretty empty, really. I know when you're in your 20s, it's a little different for you. It was for me. That was a big, you hit them and miss and you go. But when you get older, you want something more. When you start hitting it in your 30s, you want something more than that. Now, I'm not telling you that you should make them your best friend, because I don't believe that can happen. And you say, no, Mark, I've heard they got to be my best friend. Would you tell your woman that you were out today and you seen this chick, man, and she was so hot and she brushed up against you and, man, you got a hard on and you wanted to have sex with her? Would you tell her that when you got home? Maybe you would. I don't think that would go over too well. But you would tell your best friend. Would you tell your lover, your girlfriend, your wife that her ass is getting fat and you don't like it? Would you say it like that? No, but you would tell your best friend. You'd say, man, I love my wife, but man, she's getting big in the butt and I just don't like that. So don't tell me that your girl or your wife or your lover is your best friend, because it just ain't going to happen. Unless your idea of a best friend is different from mine. That's possible, so maybe so. But back to the bad boy. Just quit being so damn nice, all right? It doesn't work. I've done it. There's a 2/3 rule. For every 2/3 she does for you, you should do 1/3 for her. Now, I've broken that rule at my own peril. I've had guys tell me, one girl in particular, well, you treat her like a queen. Yeah, and guess who got treated like a servant? I did. Is that her fault? No, because I wasn't leading. I was too generous, and she took my generosity for weakness. And she lost interest in me. She didn't know why. She wasn't being a bitch. It was me. I allowed that to happen because I'm a giver. I give away thousands and thousands of dollars last year, okay? To organizations, to different people, to institutions that I feel help other people as I've been helped in my life. Now, do I do that because I'm a great guy? No, I do that because I have the philanthropist attitude in me. And I also believe that it comes back to me, which it does. Give, and it shall be given unto you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. You reap what you sow. What goes around comes around, except it comes back around to you multiplied. I practice that principle. It's a universal law. But when it comes to women, especially women you're in love with, it doesn't quite work out well because they take that as you trying to buy them, or that you have to pay for them, or that their value is higher than yours. And that is the opposite of what a bad boy is. You're being a good boy. You're kind. There's nothing wrong with being kind. There's nothing wrong with giving. Just be careful when and how you give. Because if you give too much to your woman and she's not reciprocating, if you're giving her the same as she gives you or more than she gives you, there's something inherent in a woman that makes her feel like that there must be something wrong with you if you have to do more for her than she does for you. I don't understand it, and women don't understand it either, but that's the way it is. So remember that the next time you're thinking about doing something wonderful for your woman, think about how much you have been doing for her. Is this too much? Is this more than a third? Is this more than she's been doing for you? Because they don't like that, okay? They don't like it. Women like to be constantly seeking your approval, and you dole it out to them little by little, not a lot. You can't constantly show a woman that you approve of her continuously. Like you see guys get on social media, they got their woman, oh, here's my better half. I don't know how I ever got her. I'm so lucky to have her. And you may feel that way, okay? But she doesn't want you saying that crap in public. She doesn't want you to say that because that lowers your value. You're lowering your value. She wants to think she's got the best thing out there, and she wants you to think that you are a 10, that you are the best she can do. Because if you don't think you're the best she can do, guess what? She's not going to think you're the best she can do either. And you know what happens after that? She starts looking around for somebody better because you don't believe you're the best. You're lucky to have her. You don't know how you got her, how she puts up with you. Yeah, keep saying that kind of crap. And guess what? She'll be gone. So think about these things. Being a bad boy doesn't mean you have to slap your woman around, you have to cuss her out, you have to spit on her, you have to lie to her, cheat on her. It doesn't mean any of that. It really just means you being a man, focused on your goals, and not putting her up on a pedestal, not treating her like she's made out of cotton candy or something, some delicate material. She's tough. She's a woman. She has feminine strength, okay? She really does. And she can use that feminine strength to empower you, to motivate you, to push you to achieve the goals and the visions you have and you had when you met her that you need to continue to focus on even after you're falling in love with her and you want to be with her. So that's all I got for today. Website, marksinspiration.com. Leave a comment in the comment section. Hit the like button. Subscribe. If you'd like to leave a donation, hit the PayPal or Cash App link in the description. And I will see you tomorrow. Take care.